Hi everyone, Katie Harris here, and welcome to NursePreneurs Live. So really excited about today's guest. Today I have Constance Ngoh-Ebanda. Now, Constance is a student of ours. She started our IV Hydration Concierge program this past year, and she was one of our first clients. She came into the program knowing that she was one of our first clients for the Done For You. So basically, we came up with this idea that, a lot of nurses join our IV hydration program, but they don't have the time to do it themselves, to put all the pieces together. And Constance was one of these students. She had purchased the IV hydration and it was overwhelming. She was like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do, which there is. So we thought, okay, well, why don't we just go through the course and we'll put this together. And we'll use Constance as our, for lack of a better term, the business guinea pig, right? Like, let's see how this goes. And as it turned out, it was a very popular concept. And after Constance joined, we had a lot of students join that program. But Constance had to go through us learning the whole process because I personally have never put together an IV hydration clinic. That's why we have coaches in the courses, and that's what they're doing. But there were a lot of moving pieces to this type of business. And we actually put together a team of, I think we have like 15 people that work on this process now. So from writing the business plan, from actually just onboarding. Onboarding was a big deal. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until, we brought somebody on and they would get stuck on their business name, or they'd get stuck on, I don't know what strips to do, or they would get stuck on just overwhelmed, like, oh my God, there were so many things to do. What do I do? And that's where our account manager became really vital and important to this entire process. So from the onboarding, the account manager, that person turned into a sort of a coaching role. Now that person's not a nurse, they're not an IV hydration business owner, and they don't need to be. And then they would take them and work with Constance in business planning and copywriting, branding, build the website, create ads for that business. We created the systems, put all the tech together. So it's a big deal. And Constance went through this. Now, another problem that we had struggling through this was I had a lot of people turnover. So in the span that Constance worked with us, I think we had 4 social media managers. And it was to the point where, Constance would set up with, I don't know, Julia or whoever, or I know we had somebody that worked for us for one day and then, ran off for more money. And it was really, really frustrating. So there's a point in the video where I tell Constance that I just want to apologize to her. And that was it. As a business owner, your team is vital, and hiring the right people is not easy. Okay, it's not easy. And you'll find this when you start hiring in your own business. People don't love your business as much as you do. They don't work as hard for your business as you do, but there's certainly some team training. And in the second part of our conversation, the first part is just Constance telling about her experience. And, again, the first part, she says a lot of really nice things. And then on the second part, we're just kind of talking back and forth. The video I'm going to show you is pre-recorded. We already did this. We did this last week. So, Constance was a little nervous about coming on live. So I can appreciate that. But the second part, Constance is talking about leadership and her interest in leadership. And we will continue to work with Constance on leadership opportunities, because a business really, truly is all about becoming a leader, stepping into that leadership space, leading your team, leading by example, all of this stuff. And that's a strength that Constance has. So we will continue working with her to develop leadership capabilities. Plus, we have a couple other nurses that are looking to work with nurses. And, so it's really exciting. We got a lot of things in the pipeline that are building up. But first, I want to share the interview I did with Constance like I said, she wanted to give us this feedback, and then the conversation just kind of tapers off into us just discussing other things that she's going to be doing. So watch it, enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, my name is Constance Ngoh-Ebanda. I'm an RN. Worked for 30 years in the health field and more. I was in leadership for the last 21 years, a very stressful job. And I decided that there was more to life than just getting up and going to work every day in that stressful environment. I'd always known that I wanted to work for myself after age 55. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. So when the stress was getting to me, I decided that I started thinking about early retirement. So then I took the leap of faith and decided to just leave, and because I couldn't think, I really couldn't think. I needed some kind of clarity to be able to. I needed time to be able to think of what I wanted to do. So I took some time off, and I had already known that I was retiring, and I went to 3 different states, visited friends, looked around to see what they were doing because I've lived in California for a while and I know how expensive it is here and how difficult it is to start a business as a nurse. So I went around and for about 2 months just visiting, and then I decided I heard about IV hydration. But the person that I heard about IV hydration from, I kept calling them and they were not responding to me. So I tried to venture other businesses, but I knew I was not going to find joy in those. When I heard about IV hydration, I knew that it is so nursing related. I'll be able to utilize my skills. Even though I had not been at the bedside for a long time, I knew that I'll find joy doing this because it will take me back to the patient. So I was flipping on my phone one morning and I saw the advertisement came through for a masterclass for IV hydration. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then I jumped on it and I registered for the 1-hour masterclass, and it was Katie and Kimball that had the class. So it was just mind-warming that I would be learning this from nurses. So I signed up right away for the IV hydration. And then as I was signing up for IV hydration, I realized that there was another program that I could get more out of. So I looked into that, and then somebody gave me a call and we talked more about it. So being a nurse for all these years, being in leadership and management for all these years, I always had an admin. I didn't care about doing many things for myself. I'm old school, I'm not tech savvy. So I knew that if I ventured this business, I'm gonna need a whole lot of tech help. So the IV hydration concierge was really attractive to me because I knew that I wanted this badly, but I also knew that I could not do it by myself. So I took on that offer, invested in it. And what is the IV hydration concierge about? Basically, it took me 3 months, 3 to 4 months. I didn't know what I didn't know. Of working with different consultants. So I had somebody that that was assigned to me that helped me with content. I had somebody that helped me. This is really to structure the business. I had somebody that helped me with my business plan, the systems. Oh my God, you know, somebody that helped me with the systems, social media, and all of that, and the brand as a whole. So I did not only learn the clinical part of IV hydration, but this program, the IV hydration concierge, really supported me in structuring the business and without them, those consultants, I don't know where I would have been, because at the end of the day, I have a good looking website. I have help with social media, and every other thing that I needed for the business. So I just want to say thank you to NursePreneurs for guiding me through this. I was ready. NursePreneurs fell on my lap. I embraced it when I could. And here I am today. I launched my business on October 29th, and it's thriving so far. Thank you.
Constance, that was so nice. Thank you so much. I love that. That was really sweet.
Thank you. I don't seriously, Katie, I don't know how you thought about all of this, but nurses are not well, you're a nurse, so we're not into tech, and especially nurses my age. I don't know any of us that love social media or runs and posts ABC. I look at all these videos on Instagram and I'm like, okay, when am I gonna get there? I don't know. But I'm so glad that I have Lucy now, that we bounce information back and forth, and then she goes ahead and posts them. And it really helps. I don't know, I didn't say this in the video, but it really helps, because then by the time that I don't have this support anymore, or at least I'll be more comfortable with my business, and then maybe I can try to do those things, or hopefully I'll be at a point where I'll be financially viable enough to be able to have them continue to support me. But just so you know, Adele was the best. I think maybe because she is the one consistent person that I worked with from beginning to end. She was awesome. She never missed a meeting. She was very professional. She knows her stuff. And I think there were some bumps in the road because some people quit, and then, and all of that. But overall, I'm happy.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, because we definitely had some bumps in the road. And you were the first person to go through our program. So, at some level, I always feel like I need to apologize to you because we had so many bumps. But I'm glad to see your clinic up and running, and
Yeah, and I know, because I understood, because even though it was frustrating at the time, but I also knew that, you were doing this was the first time you were doing it, and then you hire people, you think that they're gonna be
work
fine,
out, and that didn't.
and what do? You have to find somebody else. And yeah, but I'm glad that I knew that I was the first one. So I knew that so then it became okay. It's okay, because these people are changing, but the final product is fine, so it's okay. But I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for me and my family, seriously, because I needed to quit my job. I needed to do that. First, I wanted to move back to Cameroon and continue there, but then the political situation there is not allowing us to do anything or go back. So I knew, okay, I need to continue doing something for myself here. And
Yeah.
here I am.
Yeah, I know my brother's parent-in-laws, in-laws, they've been in Cameroon for like 10 years now, and they were just forced to come home. So they're really, really sad.
Yeah. Yeah, they can tell you more. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's really sad. The country is just crumbling. It's going down the
Yeah,
drain.
and it's gorgeous too. I spent
I
3 weeks in
know.
Cameroon. Yeah, it was
I
wonderful.
know. It's just really sad. So two things, Katie. I'm still interested in the leadership, in doing a leadership focus
Okay.
for small businesses.
Yeah, it's needed.
So please, I don't know what that entails.
Right. We should talk about, because we could easily fit you into some of our mastermind programs. I just spoke with a woman who's in Southern California. Her name is Cherina, and she's working with Stedman Graham, who is like a big, leadership person type thing. And she's looking to partner with people. So you guys might be a good pair for something like this, because I mean, she doesn't know anything about entrepreneurs or anything like that, but she's going to have so many areas. Like, she needs to address nurse practitioners, and her goal is to get nurses in leadership positions throughout healthcare, which is a big lofty goal, and she's going to need a lot of help in that. And I think there's going to be a lot of partnership opportunities for the two of you.
Nurses into leadership positions?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's really down my alley. I've mentored a whole lot of nurses, getting them into leadership positions. I just didn't have my own opportunity to promote, so I had to get out of there.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually, I invited her, so I'll be in LA, Orange County, in January 13th to 16th. So basically the 14th and 15th. And I invited her to a meetup that we're having. If you want to come to that.
Definitely. January 14th, 15th.
Yeah.
Yep, I will.
It's Orange
I will.
County. I don't know LA all that much, so I don't know if that's how far that is. I have no idea, but yeah, put it on
5 hours drive, but I can get there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very, very interested in that. Because when you talk about onboarding and retention, and the value of the small staff, because when you start your own business, you think, okay, this is my baby, I'm starting my own business. Then you realize that, oh, you cannot do it all. You need somebody. The first thing you think about is, who do I know that knows how to do this? So then you're
Right.
bringing friends, and then you don't make it professional enough. You don't do it right, and then they come and mess your business up, and then you start complaining.
So true.
That if people just take it seriously and actually take it like a business, but they need the tools which we can provide, right?
Yeah. And that's something too, like, now that you're out there, we still have to get you, I'll probably pair you up with Tony as a preceptor, for the next couple of months. But then you in turn can also end up being a preceptor for some of these students. And it's certainly something we would pay you to do. We would, it's not like a freebie, but we would pay you to be a preceptor. But I think it would be really helpful to you to explain things to other people as well. I think that's, in your first year of business, it's really helpful to help other people get set up as well. And it's nice to have somebody that's not so far away, because like working with somebody like Kimball, she's been doing this for years, and it's like, she's got a well-oiled machine. And it's kind of like working with a senior nurse on the unit, somebody that's been there for 20 years, and it's like, well, why did you do that? And they're like, I just do it because it's intuitive. They just know what to do and can't always explain it. So
right. So yes, thank you so much, because this is not where I'm gonna land. I think I still can do more.
yeah. And you're going to do your nurse practitioner, is that right?
Yes. I
Okay.
called Walden, and I'm gonna start in February.
Okay, because that's the other thing too. Like, once you're done with that, you can start doing telehealth good faith exams for the state of California. We have all kinds of stuff for you once you're done your NP.
Yes. They're telling me 1.5 years. I'm like, are you kidding me? Well, I think it's because I did my master's, like, I don't know, 20 years ago.
All right.
Because I did my master's, I did the health assessment and all of that. And then I stayed for 14 years before I went back to do my DMP.
Well, I mean, you'll be able to do all your clinicals with your doc.
Right. And he has it's not just weight loss, it's a family practice too. So
Right. That'll be perfect. All right. Well, we're expecting big things from you, Constance. So there you go, a real conversation with a real student that we have. Constance was in the IV Hydration Concierge program. We have 3 levels of that. We have do it yourself. So if you want to do, you need to save as much money as possible and you're a do it yourselfer, the IV Hydration Launch course is for you. The IV Hydration Launch course is it was completely revamped to mirror exactly what we do in IV Hydration Concierge. In the IV Hydration Concierge program, we will do everything for you. That doesn't mean you don't do anything. It doesn't mean you pay money and then that's it. You just go away and come back and take over a company. You still have to participate. You still have to be part of it. You still have to get your lawyer and your medical director, but we will do all the other pieces for you. So if you're interested in that, please drop in, just type interested in the comments below. We'll have our team reach out to you, just a discovery call, just find out what's entailed, what's out there. Is it for you? What are the options for you if you're looking to start IV hydration or med spa for that matter, or any clinic, telehealth, we can do them all. So thanks for listening and have a great Thanksgiving holiday, and I'll see you next week.